Hello and welcome to a real quick video. So this is the air-cooled DMOC645 processor board. This is the one that killed the microcontroller on there. Had a bus contention with my microcontroller, and this can only do 4 milliamps. Mine can do 20, and it popped it. So I've been trying to figure out, can I cut traces? What can I do? Can I just remove the EEPROM? I did actually remove it, but it did not survive. The conformal coating on here is some kind of epoxy, and heat does not soften it at all. You got to really scrape it with the soldering iron to get solder to even flow. And what happened is I unsoldered it, and it was glued. Well, the epoxy is underneath the chip. You can kind of hear it. So it acts as a glue, and when I put a pair of pliers on it to pull it out, and I actually decapped the chip. You'll see that in the next video. We're actually seeing this out of order because this is the board that the replacement board that I modified. I was going to cut the traces because you can kind of see how, if it'll focus. Well, trust me, you can see these two are identical here, footprints. They have straight across traces, so I was thinking, well, maybe if I could cut those and leave the chip installed, cut the traces, hook up my micro, reprogram it, and then just solder jumpers back across them. But if you look, oh, there it goes, finally focused. If you look, the vias are actually underneath the chip, which sucks. So that took out the cutting the trace option, so that left me with lifting the traces. So that's what I did over here. I actually lifted up the traces for the chip select line, clock, master in, slave out, and master in, slave out, MOSI and MISO lines, and the S clock. And of course, and then I've got just power and ground connected to those other pads that are on the side there. And then I just ran some jumper wires over, and this is just taped on top of one of the relays just to add some strain relief. And this is actually out of order because I've already reprogrammed this board, and you'll see me doing that in the next video. And this is what I used to reprogram it. It's one of my little servo controllers. I just repurposed it, and I've got a bicolor LED on there so it can give you a status. But it's pretty simple. I just threw on some little clip leads. So power ground, and then pin 4, which is chip select, pin 2, which is S clock, pin 1, which is MOSI, master out, slave in, and pin 8, which is master in, slave out. And so it was pretty easy to clip lead it on. And then I wrote some code, and you'll see that in the next video. I stepped through it and went ahead and did it. So this guy has been programmed to box type 18 from 17, and the next thing I'm going to do is remove my jumpers and solder them. Carefully bend the pins back down and solder them back on. Actually, you know what? I think what I'll do is just solder in like resistor lead. So if I do have to make more changes, I don't have to bend them back up because they're probably pretty fragile and they could fail at any second. So that's the plan. I don't know if you can tell, but you can kind of see the pins lifted. But anyways, thanks for watching.